I basically spent £710. Chris is working overtime, you guys. It just looks so stupid, but it doesn't feel like a fabric that should cost £170. What is up, everyone? Welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are doing well today. As you guys can tell by today's video title, today we are going to be reviewing the new KHY drop by Kylie Jenner. If any of you guys are new here, hi, I'm Roxy. I basically have reviewed every single drop that KHY has ever released, and I'm not about to stop now. In case you guys want to see my reviews of the other drops that she has done in the past, I'll have a whole playlist right there. But today we're going to be reviewing the drop called KHY X Entire Studios. Now, interestingly enough, the face of this particular collab isn't even Kylie. On the website, when you go to this collection, it is none other than Kris Jenner. Chris is working overtime, you guys, but I would say this is pretty iconic. So this collection, as you can see, involves a lot of dresses, a lot of cream tones, which is definitely right up my street. There's a lot of fuzzy kind of clothing, just very winter appropriate, glamorous attire, which I would say is perfect for this time of year. Obviously Christmas has just been, but yeah, for New Year's Eve, I feel like these outfits would be really fancy and bougie. A lot of the stuff is actually sold out now, so I was super lucky to get some things in my size. Everything came in this gigantic box, and there's only 4 items in there. And just so you guys know prices, I basically spent £710 on just 4 items, which is kind of crazy. So I guess without further ado, let's just get straight into this box and see what we've got. Okay, so the very first item we're gonna be trying out is this dress right here called the sheer draped long dress in blue. This dress cost £170 on its own, which is kind of crazy. It's not even that much fabric to it. Okay, so here it is. This is what the front looks like. It's got that scooped sort of shallow neckline kind of vibe to it. The straps are really awesome. They're kind of twisted fabric, but they are just like that by default, so they kind of stay twisted. And then on the back, the dress is pretty much completely backless, and it has this draped sort of cowl neck effect, but on the back. The dress then comes down and is sort of sectioned off with this sort of stitch that kind of goes diagonally across. That stitch then joins onto the train of the dress, which seems to be quite floaty and long. Now, upon the slit of the dress on the side, there is a string which you can pull, and it basically cinches this dress, and it gives it that really nice ruched effect, which I love. Right, so in terms of quality, I'm gonna be real. This is a very cheap to make kind of dress, but it doesn't feel like a fabric that should cost £170. There is really nothing that exemplary about this dress. It's just a double-lined mesh, which feels really cheap, and I feel like you could find something very similar to this on Shein or Temu. So the fact that this is literally £170 blows my mind, but let's go try it on. Who knows, maybe I'll change my mind. All right guys, so here is the first dress and what it looks like on. I have to say, I am really liking it now that it's on. I will still stand by the fact that the quality isn't exemplary for the price that we paid for this. This could have been a lot thicker in fabric. I will say somehow it's not see-through, so there's that, but I think that is literally just because the mesh is double-lined, and I am also wearing some nude underwear under this. I do really like the neckline and the straps. It feels very comfortable in the upper body, and so does the bottom, to be honest. I am still yet to cinch in the side. I thought I would do it on camera together with you guys so we could see how it works. So essentially, I'm just going to pull this up, and of course that does bring the slit a lot higher up too. I'm not entirely sure how to now keep this up here like this. I'm just gonna try and tie a little knot and see if that holds it up. Okay, I guess that kind of is holding it up, but I'm just a little bit worried that it might fall down. Yeah, so I've just literally stepped on the dress, the train of the dress, and the knot just came out. So I have no idea how to actually keep this up in position. There's literally only this one string and nothing else, so I feel like it's really hard to actually hold this position of the string, which is a bit of a shame because I thought if, they are giving it this feature to be ruched, they would have some kind of way to fasten it into place, a little button or an eyelet or something. But yeah, this is the dress. As you can see, the lower part of the dress seems to be a lot more sheer, as it's just the one layer of that mesh fabric. It does have a really nice long exaggerated train, which I really like. Also, this is what it looks like from the back. I really love the droopy sort of back. black eye. I just think it looks so dainty and so feminine. I feel like this kind of dress would actually be perfect as like a prom dress. It's very sophisticated. So yeah, on a scale of 1 to 10, what are we gonna rate this? I mean, I do like it. I do like the fit, but it is way too overpriced for what it is. So I think I'm gonna have to give it like a 7 out of 10. Moving on to the next dress, we're now gonna be trying out this one right here. And as you can see, this one is giving Skims. So this is how it has arrived. Let's see here. Okay, the fabric feels nice. I will say the fabric does feel very high quality on this particular dress. This is how it's looking on the front. So again, it's very much like just simple, basic kind of dress. It's just literally like a cami dress. But then on the back, it does have that scooped low back sort of, you know, backless feature right there, which I think is really nice. It then obviously continues all the way down, and it does have like a little bit of a mermaid shape to it at the bottom, as you can see. It sort of tapers and fans out right in the bottom, which I think is gonna look really, really nice and flattering. With this type of dress, I really have no idea where you would wear it. I mean, maybe for like New Year's Eve parties, this would be quite cool. It's a very particular kind of style, like with the fluffiness. I feel like you would only ever really wear this in the winter. It does feel like it will be really cozy on my body though. It looks very stretchy and comfy, so let's go try it on. Okay, here we are. Here is dress number 2. I have to say, I actually really, really like this. And I mean, I don't like the price point, but the actual quality and fit of this dress is literally impeccable. I love the way that it hugs all the right places of my body. It is so freaking soft and so comfortable, but this one has that really nice fanned out mermaid shape, which is just so much more flattering. It really like highlights the curvature of your body, and it creates more of that like hourglass shape, which I just love. I love the way this looks on me. Like I said, I don't really have occasions where I would wear something like this, even though it's quite a simple dress. Like, I'm not just gonna wear it around the house. So let me know in the comments, where would you guys wear a dress like this to? Would you wear this out and about? Would you wear this at home? It is really, really stunning, especially in the back. Like, that back is just so beautiful and so flattering. I just feel like this is such a Christmassy dress. I wish I had this for Christmas, but even so, if I did have this dress around Christmas time, I probably wouldn't wear it on Christmas Day because it just feels a little bit too dressy. I do absolutely love it though, so I think on a scale of 1 to 10, I'm actually gonna give this a 10. I think this actually deserves the price point that it has. Now moving on to dress number 3, we're now gonna be trying out this one right here. I've got to be real, I don't really know how I'm gonna feel about this because on the website, it looks interesting, but it also is the type of dress that I just have no idea how it's gonna look on me. I feel like I might feel really swallowed by it just because of like how high the neckline is, and the sleeves also look quite wide. The dress looks interesting in its style, but it does give me like bathrobe vibes. Is that just me? So yeah, I feel like this is gonna be an interesting one. Just like before when I tried out one of those like KHY coats, I thought I was gonna love it, but then when I tried it on, I just absolutely hated the way it looks on me. So we shall see. Okay, the fabric of this is not what I was expecting at all. Oh wow, this is so interesting. It's made of like a very rigid, almost blazer-like fabric. Wow, look at it. It looks so strange. I mean, I like the neckline and I like the rigidness of the fabric, but I just don't know how it's gonna look on. It looks really tailored and like really cinched in the waist, so I do have high hopes, but equally because it's so rigid, I don't know if it's gonna hug me in all the right places. It's just little details, but like at the back of the sleeve, I like the way that it's been stitched, and yeah, it just looks really interesting, especially on the back. Look at the back, it's got this really awesome like darting features right here. Oh, it also has it on the front actually, but then it just is fastened by these little like tiny grip buttons, which, I mean, isn't the best. They are quite cheap looking. But hey, I guess all there's left to do is just to try this on and see how it looks. All right, and here is the last dress and what it looks like on. I've got to be real. This looks absolutely ridiculous on me. I think it's the fact that the sleeves are so freaking long that literally only my fingertips are showing out of them. They're also super bulky and like wide, which makes me look so broad. The rest of the dress, like if it wasn't for the sleeves, it actually is is a really decently shaped dress. I don't mind the neckline. I like the way it's cinched in the waist and the hips. It all looks like pretty decent and put together, but it's as soon as like the sleeves fall down, it just looks so stupid. Let me know what you guys think as always though. Like, do you think this design is cool? Do you think it's innovative? It's definitely a dress that I've never seen before. Like, I've never seen this type of style, so I will give them that. It is pretty unique, but is it like flattering and wearable? I'm gonna say no. I love the color, love the fabric. I like the like main bulk of the dress, but just not the sleeves. I think the dress could have been better if the sleeves were just slightly smaller. So on a scale of 1 to 10, I think I'm probably gonna have to give this like a 3. Okay, and now the very last item we're gonna be trying out from this new drop is actually one of their coats. The two coats that I was really eyeing up on the website was this one and this one. Sadly, this one was already sold out in my size, so I couldn't get it. However, they did have this one in my size, so I ended up getting the long tailored coat, which was £225. I mean, as far as like long coats go, I feel like if you're buying and investing in like a really decent quality coat that you're gonna have for years and years to come, that's not too bad of a price to pay. That is, of course, if the actual fabric is good quality and it fits right. So let's see what we have here. This one was in the shade called Camel, and I just loved the way this looked. It almost looked like a dress more than a coat. So here is the top half. It doesn't have a collar, which I just love. I love like collarless coats because I just feel like it works way better if you have your hair down. I don't know what it is, but I'm just very particular about my jackets. If I have like a collared jacket, I feel like I have to wear my hair up. But yeah, this is the front, and then it's got obviously long sleeves, which are just kind of like straight. They have like a little bit of a cuffed buttoned moment going on here, which you can undo. That's a cool feature actually. I quite like that. It then kind of snatches in the waist, and as it goes down, it sort of fans out as if it was like a dress, like an A-line dress. It's really hard to show, but it also has like a slit at the back of the coat, but then it's like attached right at the bottom here with a stitch. I think you're supposed to just unpick this and then this slit will just like roam free. As for the inside of the jacket, it has a really nice quality like lining. It doesn't feel cheap or anything. So yeah, it feels actually really, really decent. Dare I say it? So I guess let's try the coat on and see if it's worth the money. Okay, so lastly, the coat. I just felt like it would go really nicely over this dress in particular because they're roughly the same length. So let's try it out. I'm really excited to see if this coat will be worth the money. First things first, if you were to wear it open, this is how it would look. The sleeves are kind of long, and it's a bit of a shame because I mean, my arms are quite short and literally my fingertips are only showing. This isn't the type of coat that you can just like roll up because you can literally see the lining of the jacket like right there. So it doesn't look the most flattering. I mean, you could maybe roll it inwards, but is that a bit weird? I don't know. I mean, yeah, if I roll it inwards, it definitely looks much more my size, but then it just feels really weird. Just for size reference, I'm 5'4", so yeah, I'm quite like average height, I would say. And if I was to wear flats with this, I mean, this coat is literally dragging on the floor. Can you guys see that? There's so much fabric. If I was to wear heels with it, however, it then does seem to be just the right height, but it's still kind of dragging on the floor. So I would have to be wearing like stilettos. This coat is definitely my size, but it's just not my length. And that's always a problem when it comes to KHY. Like they always make super long trousers and things like that. And it's just never suitable for a short girl like me. Anyways, let's do up the jacket and see how it looks. Ooh. It's quite snug in the waist. I like that. Okay, so that's basically the coat. It does have some pockets, but they're really like low down. Again, that just goes to show that this coat is just way too long. It's made for somebody with a longer torso and longer legs. I do kind of feel like a detective or something. I'm not mad at it though. I do really like the color. I love the way that it's cinched in. Like it doesn't even need a belt or anything. It just looks very sleek and clean. This is what it looks like from the back. It is literally giving like dress dress vibes. I really, really like this, but I probably wouldn't wear it with a dress like this underneath. I'd probably just wear it with a pair of trousers and a nice like jumper or something. I'm literally having to stand on my tippy toes so it doesn't drag on the floor. If we're talking length, it's about like that much too long for me. Like that's how much is dragging on the floor. But overall, the coat is really well made. The quality is super nice, and I could just tell if this was actually tailored to my actual height, this would be a really decent coat. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. What would you rate this? I think I'm probably gonna rate this coat like a 6 out of 10. It's better than a 5 because I actually do like the fit of it, but I just wish that they made it so that it wasn't so long in all aspects. All right, guys, so that was everything for today's video of me trying out the new KYLIE drop. I honestly had so much fun trying out these pieces. Let me know your thoughts on these particular pieces. What do you think of the whole drop in general? Like I said, I mainly buy these pieces of clothing these days just to review for you guys, so you guys don't have to buy them and waste your own money. I personally do realize that I am literally just paying for the KYLIE brand name. I mean, the quality is definitely there, but there are also some pieces that are definitely way overpriced. I feel like the last piece I tried out, which was the coat and also the dress, they were actually really, really high in quality. So for those two, I feel like the price is definitely justified. However, the first two, the dresses, I just felt like they could have been so much cheaper. But that's just my 2 cents. Let me know what you guys thought of these particular pieces. Did you think they were overpriced or not? Also, this actually happens to be the very last video that I will film in 2024, which is crazy. Like, we've had such an awesome year together on this channel. Thank you all so much for being here and supporting me as always. I really appreciate every single one of you. I'm really excited for 2025. There's lots of exciting things to come, and hopefully this will be the year that the house will actually be finished. If you guys haven't been keeping up with my house building series, I'll link it right there. It's called the Dream Build Home series. It's basically where I share with you guys the process of how I'm building my own house with my husband Matt, and yeah, it's definitely been well, just a wild journey, really. Like, the last year has been really, really difficult for both of us, just in terms of like learning new skills. We're having to do a lot of the work ourselves, and that is by choice. Like, we could obviously hire people to do certain things, but we just actually enjoy building our own house and having that sense of achievement afterwards. But yeah, by this time next year, I am hoping that we will be in the house. Fingers crossed. I'm just putting this out there in the universe. In the new year, I will be having a new episode coming out about the like home building process. We have been doing a lot of things behind the scenes. And I know you guys are always asking, can you like release more videos more often? But really, I just feel like there's not that much I can do like week by week that would be that interesting, especially because building a house does take a lot of effort and a lot of time. So I find that I just accumulate all the content over like a month or two, and then I release an episode, and I feel like then it's interesting enough. So I hope you guys are okay with that. But yeah, that is enough rambling for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys have an amazing new year, and I'll see you guys on the flip side. Bye! Mwah.